The disclosure profile in the Huron Conflict of Interest Management System is where all your disclosures will be saved. Even if you have nothing to disclose, it is required by university policy and federal regulations that you complete a disclosure annually or in connection with externally sponsored research activities. This video will show you how to complete your disclosure profile update if you have interests you need to disclose or update at this time. If you receive an email notification directing you to disclose your interests in Huron COI, you can click on the link in the email notification to complete your disclosure profile. Otherwise, navigate to your disclosure profile in the Huron COI management system. Upon first logging into Huron, you will be taken to your dashboard. From here, there are multiple ways to find your disclosure profile. If you've recently viewed it, you can click on the link in your Recently Viewed section, or you can find it in your inbox if you need to take action on it. Otherwise, click on the COI tab, which will open your disclosure profile page. Clicking on the disclosure profile will take you to the COI tab in Huron. Here you can see the Instructions Center, which tells you more information about the action required and the reason. You can also check your training status by clicking on the Training tab. Click on the Edit Disclosure Profile button. Read the Instructions and Policies page. This serves as your acknowledgement of the guidance, policies, and training requirements outlined. At the bottom of this page is another place to check the status of related training. If there is an expiration date, this indicates a recurring training and the date by which you need to reaccomplish it. Training listed with no date indicates that you only need to complete it once. Clicking the Continue button when finished will take you to the next page for entity disclosure information. On the Entity Disclosure Information page, you are asked if you have any significant financial interests that are reasonably related to your institutional responsibilities, outside professional activities, and/or outside academic or research appointments to report. Entities you may need to disclose include companies, service providers, non-government organizations, foundations, competitors, non-competitors, and any other for-profit or not-for-profit entity. Financial relationships you may need to disclose are payments, remuneration, equity holdings, or ownership. If you have something to disclose, select the radio button to indicate yes, and question 2 will appear. Click the Add button to add an entity and provide all the information related to your disclosure. In the General Information section, enter the entity by selecting it from the list of existing entities. If your entity is not listed, you can click on the 3 dots and you will be prompted to add it manually. You must disclose whether you, your spouse, or children have a relationship with the entity you entered. Select one or more boxes to indicate who needs to be included in this disclosure. Next, select all disclosure types that apply. See the description next to each for more information. Depending on which selection or selections you make, additional questions will populate below this section. Scroll down to complete the questions for all disclosure types selected. If you are unclear about what a question is asking, click on the blue question mark for more information. When you are finished answering all questions, click OK to proceed or OK and add another to add a different entity disclosure. Verify that your newly added disclosure appears correctly in the table. If you need to make a change, click the Update button. If you still need to add another entity disclosure, click the Add button. When your disclosures all look correct in the table, click Continue. On the Complete Disclosure Profile page, it is critical that you click the button that says Complete Disclosure Profile Update. In the pop-up window, the Open Research Triggers section should list all your research projects that are currently in a non-final review state. If this update to your disclosure impacts a research project that is not listed, email the COI administrator at ask_rcoi@virginia.edu and provide them with the details so they can take the appropriate system action. For each project listed, add context by clicking the Update button. Enter any related context in the field provided. This will be referenced by the reviewers as part of the relatedness and conflict review process. When you are finished, read the certification carefully and click OK. The status of your disclosure profile moves to no action required, and your disclosure will now appear in the Disclosures section on the main COI Disclosures page.